What's going on, guys? It's your boy TheGlacierr, and lately I've been getting a lot of questions as to why people are stuck in their current elos and how they can improve and other things like that. So I thought I would make a video showing you guys some of the best examples I could come up with. So without further ado, these are the top 5 reasons you're stuck in your current rank. Alright, so number 1 is going to be that you're playing too difficult of champions with very poor mechanics. This is a very common problem in the lower divisions of play. A player with very poor mechanics trying to be successful with very high skill cap champions with such a little understanding of the game. There are so many champions with low skill caps that are very simple to play that you can become successful with after very little practice on them. If your goal is to climb into the higher ranks of the game, then restrain yourself from trying to play those difficult champions like Vayne, Yasuo, and Riven until you're at least at a platinum level and develop a better understanding of the game. So in the meantime, practice those simple and fun to play champions and become great with them. Alright, number 2 is that you're not playing the game with a sense of urgency. Did you ever notice how the average game durations from Bronze to Diamond are radically different? Think about it. How many times a week do you end up playing 35 to 50 minute games? There's a simple explanation behind all of this madness. The main reason this happens is due to the different levels of understanding of the game at each elo. Players in the higher divisions tend to play with a higher sense of urgency, and the players in the lower divisions tend to waste a lot of time. Higher ranked players understand that closing out a game quickly can avoid putting the game into your team's hands and is a much more reliable way of climbing the ladder. An example of why games stall out so often in the lower divisions is the inability of lower ranked players to close out games quickly. Chasing enemies across the map to pick up kills or even throwing games with really risky Baron calls are just a few reasons why games are prolonged so often. The simple and easy fix to this is to remember how you actually win the game, which is by taking the Nexus and not by killing people. Doing whatever you can do to help close out the game quickly is going to make you less reliant on your team and is going to help you win a lot more games. This means prioritizing objectives over kills for the greater good of the team. This will create that sense of urgency and will force you to stop wasting so much time in your games. Number 3 is not recognizing your minor mistakes and fixing them immediately. This is such a simple thing to improve on, yet for some reason people just don't do it. For example, if you are constantly dying to ganks, instead of blaming your jungler, why not take a second look at your gameplay and see what you're doing wrong? Chances are that you're overextended without proper vision control, which is why you're such an easy target for junglers. There are so many small things that only take a few seconds to correct or at least improve on dramatically with such little effort. If you can discipline yourself enough to be able to recognize all the holes in your gameplay and work towards filling all of them, you should easily be able to climb to your desired rank. Number 4 is throwing away any advantage and then inevitably throwing the game. Wave control is hands down the best example I can give for this one. From Bronze 5 all the way up to low Diamond, players rarely know what to do with their wave, especially when they're ahead. We have all been in that situation where we were completely dominating our opponents, then died to the jungler or made a horrible decision to tower dive. These are the things that consistently happen in the lower levels of play when they really don't need to. If you had the biggest stack of chips during a poker game, your goal would be to hold onto it, not throw it away. That is exactly the mentality you need to have whenever you have a lead. Make strategic plays that will push your advantage safely and effectively. Learning to maintain an advantage can be difficult, but with proper practice and review, it will improve your overall gameplay and will help stop you from throwing your solo queue games. And last, but definitely not least, blaming your teammates instead of focusing on yourself. People in low elo tend to blame their teammates way too often. Back when I was a mid-diamond Nidalee one-trick pony, my philosophy on solo queue was very simple. If I didn't play a perfect game, then I did not deserve to win that game. Now some people may find this ridiculous, but it really helped me climb from Gold 5 to Diamond 3 in just a few months. I found myself only focusing on my gameplay and nothing else. When you blame your teammates and make dumb excuses, you will find yourself plateauing quite often. You are simply never going to improve with that attitude, and you will be stuck until you decide to change. There is always a play that you could have made or even shouldn't have made that could have cost you the entire game. Back at the very start of Season 3 during my first 2 promo games, I played Evelynn mid and got 30 plus kills and less than 10 deaths 2 games in a row. And at the time, I blamed my teammates for feeding and not being able to carry trash players. later realizing the cause of my losses being me not focusing objectives and only going for kills the entire game. So forget about what everyone else is doing and focus on your own individual play. Alright guys, so those were my top 5 reasons that you're stuck in your current rank. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one and more importantly learned a thing or two. I plan on making a lot more of these videos, so if you guys enjoyed, please make sure to hit that like button and definitely don't forget to subscribe. I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.